Guys, welcome back to my channel, and this time it's not an animation. It's actually something that's I said I might have done in the last animation, so I guess I'll do it. It's a behind the scenes, which I thought would be pretty cool. And so this is the set for the glass break animation, the most recent one I did. I use Cinema 4D for my animations, and this is just what it looks like when it's not rendered and not looking like what you see. So I all these materials over here, like all the objects and everything that I use to make the final animation, and all the materials down here. And I figured I'd show you like what kind of goes on during it. So this is kind of my viewport, just that I use to animate, and I'll just start playing it here, and you can see like the arrow does that as in the animation, except it's not rendered. But and that the diamond sword goes through the glass. And some interesting things is what you don't see is when the glass resets itself, or what happens when the TNT explodes. So once the diamond sword goes through the glass, this is what happens. That happens. It resets the glass, puts in a new piece of glass, and that happens while you're looking here. As you can see, the kind of camera there. And so once the camera points back over here, the glass is reset. And an interesting thing as well was the way I had to break the glass is when the glass breaks, it's not actually the original glass you're seeing that breaks. It's another pane of glass that breaks that you can't see until right before it breaks the glass, because otherwise the glass, the way you break glass, otherwise it would be glass would be cracked before I even shot the sword through it. So that's kind of how I do it, because like right before the sword hits the glass, I switch out the two panes of glass, and you never even notice. It looks like that same pane of glass was just shattered. Another thing, like with this egg, how it like kind of breaks when it hits the window, it actually is not the same egg. It actually, the egg launches, and then it disappears right before it hits the glass, and another egg appears and breaks. But it looks like that egg that was shot is the one that's breaking. But it was easier to do that than having to figure out the physics of it. So that was kind of an interesting thing that you probably didn't see. So let's see, let's look at it again. So it hits it, but it's actually not the egg that does that. I guess, lighting, I have 5 different lights that just kind of point in every direction to get some just good shadows and everything, or no shadows, I guess. And the TNT one, I can kind of show you what goes on there. What happens is that the TNT launches, and once it blows up, the glass pane cracks, which it's not actually that glass of pane, like I had explained before, but but once the TNT explodes in editing, the screen goes black, and what happens is the glass breaks like on its own, and then it disappears because I made it disappear. So once the camera became regular again and not like all blacked out, you could see that it was just kind of blown apart. Also, another thing is that once the TNT blows up, his skin changes to where it looks like he's been like, there's ashes on him, And you don't see that in editing because the screen blacks out, and then when it comes back, he's like that. Another thing, I guess, is how the TNT actually kind of blows up. It doesn't actually blow up the glass. Actually, what happens is this cube goes through the window, making it break. So it's actually not the TNT breaking the glass, which is interesting, I thought. And so, yeah, I mean, I can show you kind of what I edited, what sounds I put in. You know, the physics in this were, I guess, you know, there's more than meets the eye to it. And I mean, of course, all these materials that make everything look the way it does. And yeah, and another thing you don't see that I thought was funny is this diamond sword sticking out the back. You never see it because of the way the camera moves, but yeah. And then yeah, so let's hop into the editing program. Alright, here we are. This is, I use Adobe Premiere Pro for editing, and yeah, so this is kind of what it looks like, you know, when edited like this. I put in the intro and outro and stuff like that later, but I put all the sounds in and kind of put it together here. So, like, as I was saying, like, something like this, that's all the sounds, and, like, you know, when the arrow hits, I put, you know, the arrow sound in from Minecraft, use kind of a thumping sound when it hits stuff, and then for the sword, I use the dispenser sound, and you kind of got a glass breaking sound to do that. And with the egg, you know, another kind of popping sound, if I can get it there, like that. Then I just kind of thump it down when it hits, and it breaks apart. And then with the TNT, which is kind of interesting, what I was talking about, is it launches, and I added the fusing thing, the fuse, and then I added the exploding sound, and that's where the screen goes black. And then once it comes back on, you see that the glass is broken and that he has like ashes on him. But you could see what actually happened in the you know, animation program. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I used some sounds from Minecraft and some random sounds I found on different websites. But yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, I hope you like this video. It's the first behind the scenes I've done, and you know, let me know if you want me to do more after I come out with more animations, or if you want me to do behind the scenes on you know, previous animations. But yeah, so just again, either like, you know, like this, comment, subscribe if you want more behind the scenes and animations. It helps a lot. And yeah, I'll see all you guys in the next video. Bye.